Hey guys, and welcome to the video. So today is the very long awaited video of the chickens hatching. So we got our very first pip at about between 8 and 9 a.m. It does take a very long time for the chicks to hatch from the pipping stage. So we've been keeping track of them throughout the day. It's currently like 10 o'clock at night on the 21st. So their hatch day has officially started. So yeah, we started with the first one pipping this morning quite early, and then we had a second one pip around lunch, and then a third one pipped almost around supper time, and now we have a fourth one that is pipped, and some of the eggs are actually like moving around. So I have a bunch of video clips from throughout the day that I'm just going to be putting in here. And yeah, we're gonna stay out for a few more hours, probably until about midnight before we go to bed. So I'll also include any of the clips from now until then. And then the video will likely pick back up tomorrow morning, where we might even have a chick out of the egg already. Hey guys, it is early in the morning on the 21st of May, and we have our very first egg pipping. There, you can see it there. It's starting to hatch. So this is where we're at. We have, that one is the one that most recently pipped, followed by that one, and then this egg back here was the very first one that pipped right at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and it hasn't progressed a whole ton, so I'm a little nervous about that, but we'll see. We'll give it time. It takes time. We have seen that egg, the blue egg moving around, as well as this brown egg moving around too. So we're hoping that they might be maybe just pipping on the bottom side. But yeah, so far things are going pretty good. Well, it's 5:30 in the morning, but we have 2 baby chicks. Alright guys, it's about almost 3 o'clock, about 2:45 here, and so far we have 5 baby chicks, which is so exciting. They're really starting to kind of hatch in their intervals, but so far everybody looks super healthy, which is great to see. Yeah, so we have 1 black chick, 2 yellow chicks it looks like, and then 2 of the chipmunk pattern chicks, which is where they have like the dark stripe down their back. So I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you guys how they look so far. So there is everybody. The black chick is in the middle, and then the super wet one and the dry fluffy one at the back are the 2 yellow ones, and then these 2 are the 2 chipmunk ones, but this one is quite a bit lighter than the other one is. So far everyone is doing really good, and all of the light brown eggs have pipped, so we're expecting 4 more of them to hatch. And then we haven't seen pips on that like dark brown egg or the blue one yet, but we have seen the eggs moving around when the chicks aren't near them, so they are hopefully gonna hatch just maybe a little bit later. Good morning guys, it is the morning of the 23rd, and overnight a bunch more of the chicks hatched. So actually 10 of them have now hatched, 5 of them hatched overnight, and the only one left is starting to hatch as well. Alright guys, it is now 5 p.m. on the 23rd, so this is day 23 if you're keeping track, and all of the eggs have finally hatched. They're all dry, and now it's time to move them into the breeder. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a look of what it looks like in the incubator, and then I'm going to take you through each individual chick as we move them into the brooder. If I can remember which kind they are, I will do that. Some of them I can tell, some of them have just kind of gotten lost in the mix. And then we'll share a little bit about them getting used to the brooder, and that will probably be it for today's video, along with the earlier clips of the hatching process, kind of some of the clips we took while everybody was hatching. So I'm going to show you all of the little fluff balls in the incubator, and then we're going to get them in their brooder. Okay, so we have our brooder set up beside me here, and the first chick is, I have my husband passing them to me. Alright, so this little guy was the very first chick to hatch, and this one is one of the Barred Rock Americana crosses, and he is definitely adventurous and also likes to peck a lot of things. So this is the first one going in. Next one, I think this is another one of the crosses, and this one is a chipmunk chick kind of pattern where they have the black striping on their back. This one's a little bit broken up, but that's the second one. This is the third one. I believe this is one of the Americanas, which was the blue egg. They tend to be a lot lighter than the other ones. As you can see, this one's almost white. It's so fluffy. So you do have to dip their beaks in the water when you introduce them so they know where to find it. So I'm just going to do that quickly with these ones before I forget. Perfect. Okay, so now that we got that done, this next one, I have no idea which one this is. It's all yellow. It might be the Americana, it might be one of the crosses. It was really hard to keep track at this point, but this one is a completely yellow chick. This one is another one of the ones that I believe is a cross, I think. It's either the cross or the Americana with these ones. Oh, and I just decided to sit right down. Too cute. And so when you're dipping the beaks in, you're just letting them know where they can find the water, and all you're doing is just getting the very tip of their beak wet and watching for them to drink so that you know that they have actually found the water. But this one is quite happy to just kind of sit out and chill. There is the next one. They're just settling right down in. So as we're doing this, we're also giving them a look over to make sure that everything looks good with them, that they don't have any poop stuck to their butt, called pasty butt in new chicks, and that they're just generally alert and healthy looking. And so this is number 6. So this one is for sure the Americana chipmunk chick because it is the largest chick of the entire bunch. And it has that, you can really see the kind of chipmunk pattern down the back with the black stripe. And this guy is much larger than some of the other chicks are, so he's been really easy to keep straight that came from a blue egg. Hey buddy. Okay, let's get you in. So that's number 7. So this one is a black chick with quite a bit of white on it, and this is from one of the Barred Rock crosses. So that's really exciting. Chick color doesn't necessarily have any correlation with which breed it is or what they're going to look like as adults, but I am hoping some of the Barred Rock crosses have the Barred Rock pattern, which is the black chickens with the white stripes. And this one is pecking all over the place. It's a little feisty one. This next one is another one of the Barred Rock crosses, and this one has the most white of the black chicks. And this one actually has a little bit of black on its actual leg here. Alright, here is another one of the chipmunk chick patterns. I'm trying to see if I can hold you. So you can see the kind of stripe down the back. And I think this one is one of the crosses. There was 3 of the Americanas, which are the blue egg layers, 1 black copper Moran, which was the very last one to hatch, and then the rest of them are the Barred Rock Americana crosses, which they will lay a light green egg. So this is chick number 10. And the very last one, which is the last one to hatch, is our only black copper Moran chick. Some people call them black copper Marans, some people call them black copper Morans, but this one is a black chick with a bit more yellow on the sides and on the front. And the other really cool thing is it actually has feathers down the side of its feet. So this little cutie was late to arrive, but is very adorable. And so that is all 11 chicks. So when we're adding the chicks to the brooder, we just want to make sure that they're getting their water. So all that looks like is just taking them down to their water here and just very gently dipping their beak in and then turning them back up and waiting to see that they're actually drinking it. This guy has already had water. I just wanted to demonstrate. So there we go. Had a good drink. So this is their brooder setup. We have the heat plate there. I did want to flip it upside down and have them go underneath it, but it wasn't getting up to temperature high enough for the first week, so I'll probably wait till next week when they can handle a little bit cooler of a temperature. We have their water here, and I just have some clean rocks sitting in it so that they can't drown in it. The base is a little bit wide for them when they're this age, so you just want to make sure they can't drown because they can drown easily. And then I have their feeder here with their chick feeder and a little bit of very, very fine grit as well. And so that's where these guys will be living for the next 6 weeks. They've all found the heat mat and are settling in for a nice nap.